What if your Azure environment could effectively run itself? Not in a scary AI is in charge now way, but with intelligent agents that understand your intent, reason through complex operations, and execute with you in the loop. Right now, most cloud teams are drowning in dashboards, tools, and manual workflows. The scale is incredible, but so is the complexity. And Microsoft knows it. At Microsoft Ignite, they unveiled a major evolution in how Azure Copilot works, moving from a simple conversational assistant to a full agentic cloud operations platform. In this video, we're going to unpack exactly what that means, how these new agents work across your migration, deployment, observability, optimization, resiliency, and troubleshooting workflows, what Microsoft is doing to keep it all governed, secure, and human-controlled. Let's talk Azure Copilot on this MS Cloud Bros video. Hey guys, this is Jeremy Wallace, Microsoft MVP, certified trainer, and Azure Solutions Architect expert. Welcome back to the channel. If you work with Azure, whether you're in cloud architecture, platform engineering, SRE, or IT operations, this video is going to give you a deep dive into the new Azure Copilot capabilities Microsoft just outlined. Here's what we're going to cover: what Microsoft means by agentic cloud ops, the new agentic interface in Azure Copilot, the agents themselves, what they can do across migration, deployment, observability, optimization, resiliency, and troubleshooting, how Microsoft is handling governance and data control, including bring your own storage, and finally, how the orchestration engine behind Azure Copilot actually works, and how to get started with the new agents preview. But first, if this kind of Azure deep dive is useful for you, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all our Microsoft Cloud content. The announcement blog for these changes starts with a pretty big statement. The world of cloud operations has reached a turning point. On one hand, the cloud has given us limitless scale. On the other hand, that scale now brings increasing complexity, such as teams are stretched across siloed tools, they're juggling multiple dashboards, and they're stuck in manual workflows just to keep environments healthy, secure, and cost-effective. At the very same time, the next leap in cloud innovation has arrived: AI agents that can make cloud operations truly intelligent. Microsoft calls this new operating model Agentic Cloud Ops. Intelligent agents empower your cross-functional ops teams to create with speed and run the cloud with confidence. The driving force behind this is Azure Copilot, not just a chat-based assistant anymore, but an agentic interface that orchestrates specialized agents across the entire cloud management lifecycle with governance built in. Previously, Azure Copilot was primarily a conversational AI assistant, helping you get started, explore Azure, and get questions answered. Now it goes further. You can work with agents that can perform chain of thought reasoning, plan actions, and execute actions on your behalf, still with you in control. So the story Microsoft is telling is clear. We're moving from ask a question and get an answer to express intent and let agents plan and act inside your Azure environment. Let's start with the interface, because that's how you experience all of this day to day. Microsoft describes the new Azure Copilot interface as smarter, more intuitive, and it's embedded into your existing workflows, designed to simplify your work, not add another tool to juggle. Key points include: you can switch easily between chat, console, and CLI. A new immersive experience lets you chat with Copilot in one place and view your past conversations. You can multitask with Copilot by starting a new chat while another prompt is still processing. And there's now an agent toggle in Copilot chat that lets you use new agents. This frames Copilot not as a separate AI box, but as an immersive operations workspace where chat, command line, and AI agents all come together. Azure Copilot intelligently surfaces the right agent at the right time wherever you are in your workflow. If you're working with a specific service or task, say looking at a VM or investigating an alert, Copilot will automatically invoke the agent best suited for what you're doing. You can also see all the steps the agent took to arrive at its answer and browse any artifacts Copilot used while processing the task. This transparency is key. Agents don't just magically respond, they expose their reasoning and the artifacts they used. Microsoft is introducing a new Operations Center dashboard. From there, you can get a unified view across observability, resiliency, configuration, optimization, security. This operations center also serves as a seamless starting point for your Copilot and Agentic Cloud Ops experience. Now, let's talk about the part everyone cares about. What do these agents actually do? Microsoft explains that they're launching new agents that streamline every stage of cloud management lifecycle, from day zero migrations and deployments to day end operations and optimization. These agents are based on user feedback and extensive research. A Harvard Business Review report notes that 52% of all agentic AI implementations are happening in IT operations. So monitoring, troubleshooting, configuration, and provisioning are among the top generative AI use cases. Let's walk through each capability. Migration. For migration, Azure Copilot agents aim to accelerate migration and modernization by automating discovery, generating infrastructure as a service and platform as a service recommendations, using GitHub Copilot integration to refactor .NET or Java applications. Copilot helps transform your inventory data into actionable blueprints for faster, smarter migrations. Here's an example prompt. Assess my on-prem apps and recommend the best Azure modernization approach. Deployment. For deployment, the agents help streamline infrastructure planning and deployment using natural language, grounded in Azure well-architected framework best practices. Whether you're deploying web apps, chatbots, or microservices, Copilot helps you generate infrastructure as code and validate configurations. An example prompt: deploy a Python Flask app with a PostSQL backend, secure secrets in Key Vault, and enable monitoring with application insights. Observability. For observability, agents help you investigate performance issues across applications and infrastructure using AI-driven correlation across Azure monitored metrics, logs, and traces. Copilot can highlight anomalies, connect related alerts, and recommend mitigation steps. An example prompt: start an investigation for my alert. Insert alert ID, and then, can you help investigate this alert? Optimization. For optimization, Azure Copilot agents identify cost and carbon savings opportunities, validate recommendations, and execute improvements through guided conversational workflows. Copilot explains why changes are suggested, compares alternatives, and can generate scripts to implement them. Some example prompts: show me my top cost savings opportunities. Generate PowerShell commands to apply them. Resiliency. For resiliency, the agents help strengthen business continuity through zonal redundancy checks, data recovery validation, and ransomware protection. Copilot surfaces configuration gaps, recommends remediations, and generates ready-to-deploy scripts to meet your RPO and RTO goals. An example prompt: check which of my workloads aren't zone resilient and suggest fixes. Troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is where agentic workflows really shine. Copilot agents can identify root causes, provide guided mitigation steps across VMs, Kubernetes, and databases, offer auto mitigation or one-click fixes for certain issues, automatically create support tickets when needed. Example prompt: diagnose connectivity issues on my VM and recommend next steps. As agents accelerate modernization of streamline operations, one thing is critical. They must do so securely, consistently, and in compliance. Azure Copilot honors existing RBAC, Azure policy, and compliance frameworks. It does not invent actions or reach into data a user isn't allowed to see. Copilot asks for explicit confirmation before making changes. To give enterprise complete control over chat and artifact data, Microsoft is introducing Bring Your Own Storage. By default, conversation history is stored in Microsoft Managed Storage with a 30-day retention period. With BYOS, customers can provision their own storage, configure Copilot to use it, ensure Microsoft has no access to the data, and control retention policies. How Azure Copilot actually works under the hood. Azure Copilot combines an integrated orchestration engine with intelligent agents that interpret your intent, understand your context, and coordinate the right tools to drive outcomes. Here are the 5 stages. Stage 1. User initiates a conversation. Everything begins with a user request. Copilot performs content filtering for relevance and safety before reasoning. Stage 2. Copilot interprets intent and context. Copilot extracts intent and evaluates context, including your current Azure portal view, RBAC permissions, and locale. Stage 3. Orchestrator parses intent and selects tools or agents. The orchestrator parses your intent and selects from tools and agents that reason over documentation, ARM, and ARG. With agentic capabilities, Copilot can sub-orchestrate with intelligent agents capable of multi-step dialogue and collaboration. Stage 4. Agent or tool executes with RBAC and secure state. Execution happens on behalf of your identity, honoring all RBAC and configurations. All actions and artifacts are stored securely using Copilot's managed identity. Stage 5. Human-in-the-loop review with safe execution. Before executing any update action, Copilot requests your explicit approval. The response reflects the outcome of Copilot's reasoning loop. How to get started with Azure Copilot Agents. To start using agents, 1. Your global administrator must request access to the agent's preview in Azure Copilot Admin Center. 2. Once approved, users will see the agent mode toggle in Azure Copilot Chat. 3. Capacity is limited, so sign up early. Microsoft also invites organizations to join their customer feedback program. For cloud operations teams, this shift means less time on glue work across tools and dashboards and more time setting intent, validating plans, and making high-level decisions. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown of Azure's Copilot's new agentic capabilities helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with what you'd most like to see these agents handle in your Azure environment. I'll see you on the next one.